All right, we are alive. Ooh, look kind of washed out, don't
It
I?
does. Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry
All
Heat.
We are alive. That.
I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. Together, my wife and I, we go live every Friday night for the Friday night feast. This happens every Friday, 6:30 Central. Cook up an entree, maybe a couple of snacks, show you how to do it, and we spend our season with just chewing the fat with all our friends in the Hungry Horde. We'd love to have you over for dinner sometime.
Yeah.
How y'all doing this Sunday afternoon? Y'all want to watch me fail at a puzzle? She bought us some blueberries at the farmer's market, and I can't open the bag. I know I can just rip it, but I'm trying to be classy.
It's classy.
Yeah.
That's being classy. So
this is a good challenge for me.
Yeah, it's a good brain building activity.
Right.
Can you get a simple knot unknotted?
Dun, 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 dun. We're about to achieve success.
I'm so proud of you.
I am too. I mean, I only have 700 pairs of scissors and a knife, but no. I mean,
And a knife.
that's the way it's spelled, so you have to pronounce it.
Oh, really? So it's whip,
Yes.
hip,
Yes.
whip. I
That's
can't
why
even
you
do
say
it.
I'm going to call you on the phone.
Shout out to Stevie. Right? No, Stewie.
Right.
Stewie. So this is your live for your MS journey.
Week 177. And if you ever heard me say it before, I do not recommend. If you have the choice to get it, don't do it.
I didn't know there was a choice.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm trying to make light of it. That helps me deal with it.
Yeah, okay.
Because I can't undo this knot.
I'm like, I thought you almost had it.
I did too. It was tricking me.
And then when you get a moment, Sam's ready to come back in. Wow, you were just having a...
Why did you tie it so tight?
I didn't. I already done it once.
She put the mama lock on it. Dun, 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 dun. And then we're upcycling because this is from the store. I just emptied the last little bits in this bowl so I can eat them right now. And I'm just going to reuse this container and we can store it in it.
So here's
with this thing again.
Here's challenge number 2. Can he get them all out of the bag? The way you're going about it. Y'all.
It's stuck in a bag. Let go.
If you have any questions in regards to multiple sclerosis or questions for Heath in general, please use QQQ and we'll definitely answer those questions.
Maybe if I can read it. If I'm smart enough to read.
Well, I'll read it to you, dear. Because evidently you're having problems.
Rogue blueberry.
Oh my goodness. The struggle. It's so real, isn't it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, let's try one of these. Okay. That's the farm fresh. And here's a further farm. We don't know where it's from. Well.
Tastes like a blueberry.
Did you taste them side by side, though?
Yes, I did. Well, I've been chewing on these since we started.
Those are a lot sweeter.
Uh-huh.
These are
mellow.
Well, they're just not very sweet.
No.
And a guy told me when I bought it, he said they're a bit on the acidic side. But I like it that way.
FIFO. We got to eat this one first.
Okay. Well, let's say hello to everyone who's been joining in on this crazy live on a crazy Sunday and see how everyone is doing. Sharon said all that food looks yummers.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mama Bear Lynette said, hey, sorry, I'm going to have to miss it this week. I'll watch on the replay. I'm gathering documents for my attorney. Biggest headaches of my life, so I just have to plug away at it. Oh, girl.
But at least once it's done, it'll be done.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. I hope it goes quickly.
Right. Caden's here. Hey, Caden. She goes, hi, everyone. Hi, Heath and Shelly. So glad I made the live.
We are
I usually do meat prep on Sundays. Oh, that's right.
I used to do that on Sundays, but I've just diverted and started doing other things.
Right. Well, that's great. Welcome back. Said I usually do meal prep on Sundays for my husband's work week. So what are you doing today?
He's just going hungry.
He can fend for himself, right? Barely Begun is here and said, morning, all. Hey, Coda. And Sharon said, hello, all. Hey, Sharon.
Howdy.
And Caden said, I noticed your thumbnail said you'll be doing errands. My errands this week will be long and hard because the AC went out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
In our vehicle.
I don't recommend that either. Yeah.
That sucks.
What do they call it? My AC on that car, it used to be a 270. 2 windows down, running 70 miles an hour.
Oh, I've never heard that.
That's what your grandpa used to call it.
Sorry. I still got like sleep in my eyes.
Yeah, when I put the title of the errands, because I last Tuesday I did lots of errands.
Such as?
Well, the first thing I did, I had my doctor's appointment with my neurologist, and he said everything's going good.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for a minute.
He said I'm up a little bit in weight from last time they saw me, but the nurse told me, she said it's because muscle weighs more than fat.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, I thought the weight was the weight.
Right.
If I got 5 pounds of bricks and 5 pounds of fat, there's still 5 pounds.
Right.
But whatever. But she said, you're looking thinner. I said, well, thank you. I'll take that compliment.
Well, yeah, that's nice.
I said, I'm feeling great.
So the weight might be the same, but it's that muscle takes up less space than fat.
Because I think, if I remember correctly, I don't remember where we put the paperwork, but I think I was at 292. For the weight in it.
So, what else? Your blood pressure, how was that?
He said everything was good.
Because I thought you told me he actually complimented your blood pressure, saying it was
spot on.
Spot on. That's good.
And I was showing her the other day that every time I do see him, he has me do a little test, strength test.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it for him right now.
Okay.
So
you want me to do it, right?
Well,
I did this?
Yeah. No, I'll do it. You just put your arms up, and he goes out and try and move me. And I do like that and like that with him. And then sometimes he has me cross my arms and do it. Yeah. And then he puts his hand on my knee, and I try and lift my knee. It's just weird. I think he just likes touching me. When he goes, I'm doing good on those. That's the only test he did. And I even laughed at him and told him, I said, well, because I said it took me longer to get here than our whole appointment was.
Right.
And he started giggling. He goes, yeah, well, I'll see you again in another 6 months. We'll do it again. He goes, you're doing good.
Yeah. And did he order more blood work?
No.
Because
my blood work looked good from the last time.
Yeah, because he was like, you just had it done not too long ago. So you don't need to do it again. Which makes sense.
And then the charger for my phone. That's why if you saw in the video where I posted it at AT&T, that's who we used to have our phone through before we went over to Mint Mobile. Well, the charger, we actually have 2 of them because we both had the same chargers for our phones. Both of them, the cords are going bad on them, or if they did go out. So I was like, well, I know there's an AT&T store right there by his office. Let me hit them up right afterwards. So that's what I did. And the guy's like, yeah, we could swap it out, but you don't get a 1-year warranty on it. And then I think our phone's like 5 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we still have we're Droid people.
Of course.
And we have the Samsung, Note 9 and Note 10?
I have the 10.
Yeah, I have the 9. That's how old it is, because I believe now they're like 25 or whatever, but they said they changed it to like the Note 20 in the year 2020. So ours are pre-pandemic phones. They survived the pandemic, y'all, so we're not letting go.
Well, it's like we do with the car. We're driving until the wheels fall off.
Yeah, that's how I am with the phones. I mean, there's just no point in buying a new phone every couple of years. Like, especially nowadays, they're so freaking expensive. I remember when you could get a cell phone, like a nice smartphone for just $100 or two.
Now you can't even buy them. They only rent them.
I know.
Lease them.
But I think Mint Mobile does allow you to buy the phones outright and not have to do it on a payment plan. Because I always hated payment plans, especially for something like a phone. Because I'm like, if I have to pay out a phone and a payment plan, then I don't need the phone. It's my view on it. So I hated that.
And then they also want to pay maintenance and stuff on it too, and all that.
And then when AT&T switched, where you couldn't buy the phone outright at a discount anymore, you had to, they made us buy it on a 2-year plan, which I think is stupid. Then I was like, okay, that was the last one we did. That's what so they've been paid off for a long time. And I'm just like, no, from now on, if I have to go, on eBay and get a phone, I will. I'm not going to do a payment plan. That's just ridiculous.
In fact, anytime we do have to talk to them about oh, you're available for, because also our phone, our internet, excuse me, is also through AT&T. So that every time we have to talk to them about anything, oh, well, you're up for, you're available, or what do you call it? Sort of where
you can get an upgrade.
Yeah.
But we do not have AT&T wireless anymore because we switched to Mint Mobile. And if you want to save on your Mint bill, this video is not sponsored by Mint Mobile, but we should probably, we do have a link to Mint Mobile. If you do want to switch, it does help our channel. We get credits. But I'm telling y'all, we pay $15 per month for 5 gigabytes of data. And that's each phone. So 15 each phone. And we paid in 3 months. We've now had the service for over a year. I've never had any issues with Mint Mobile. Everywhere we've gone, no issues. And it's the same. T-Mobile bought them. So they're the same network as T-Mobile. So it'll work nationwide. And they just introduced international plans too. So if you are someone who, takes a nice trip internationally, Mint's got you covered on that as well. So we're really impressed with Mint. Before, I was paying over $100 per month for our cell phone service with AT&T. Just absolutely ridiculous. Now we signed up for the year plan and they do it in 3-month payments. And it's just with taxes and everything for 3 months, $50. $50.33 if you want to the penny for each phone line for 3 months of service. So both of us for 3 months are paying to pay for only 1 month. So it's a huge savings. I highly recommend it. If you're interested, let us know. We'll share that with you.
What is Ryan Reynolds' thing with them? Is he an actual owner or just a spokesman?
He's a spokesman now. He originally and then basically sold it.
I thought it was pretty cool. For Christmas, he sent us a Christmas card thanking us for being a part of Mint Mobile.
Oh, yes, he did.
And I'm seeing all the ads now, too. They're fixing to do the new movie coming out with him and Wolverine.
Oh, I know. I cannot wait to see that one.
He
Deadpool?
Is the perfect Deadpool.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't know how I'm going to get through this movie, y'all. We might have a lot of start and stops.
Whatever.
Come on. Can it get any better? What would be two better men that you would want to watch on screen together? Yeah. Well, don't worry. You'll get the rewards for it. All right. So Shauna's here. She goes, hey, all mostly listening while working on some greeting cards. Way to get started. Awesome. Toy Tiki Cat's here. She goes, hello, Shelly Heath and everyone. Hope your health update is all good.
Yes.
And Sharon said scissors.
Right.
Shauna said, and drinking a sugar-free double rainbow with green tea.
I had one yesterday.
So
I started to go get one today too. I figured she'd cry about it. So
yeah, I would cry.
And I was just too busy. I don't know if y'all saw my post I made on Facebook. I put it in the group and on my wall. We had another tree that fell.
Well, it wasn't a tree; it was a branch.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to put that, but it's because I don't want them to think it was a whole tree. It was just one of the branches. Well, I know because that tree, if you look straight up, I
Uh-huh.
can't even see the top of that tree.
Oh,
So, what do
wow.
you think? It's like a 50-foot tree?
At least.
It's a pine tree. And one of the branches that's about 20 foot, wouldn't you say it's about 20 foot?
It was heavy, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like it took a lot because it had fallen. Actually, we have right in front of our sink, our kitchen sink, we have like these small trees, are real thin, real pliable trees. And the tree limb had actually fallen on part of them. So yesterday before I left, I was like, oh, my poor little babies. I don't want them having to bear the weight of this branch. So I went there and it was a lot of work. And I got.
You could have tied a rope to it and drug it.
I know, but it was like intermingled in those tree limbs or the tree in front. So because I don't even know what kind of tree. Don't ask me. I have no idea. I know what a pine tree is. That's about my extent. So it was like intertwingled.
It kind of grows.
Yeah, and so I had to like free each of these little trees because it's like a grouping of little thin trees to get it loose. And I got ate up with the mosquitoes because they were like, "Oh, lunch is here," but I freed the living little trees, and I know they thanked me. And then I moved that branch, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. You know, the wind didn't like you. You were a casualty of the storm, but it's fine." And even today I saw a bird because I could see most of it when I look out my kitchen sink, and there was a little bird hopping and went and hopped on the branch that broke off. Like it was like, oh, okay, this is my little home. I'm just gonna sit here on this branch on the ground.
But yeah, I cut up a bunch of that today and then threw it in the trash can so that the garbage guys will actually take it. Because the last one I did, I piled it all up out at the road, put it out on a heavy trash day. They skipped it. I didn't cut it up though, so I figured that's why. But then I grabbed it and I cut it up, and they still the next week, and they still didn't take it. So then I cut it up again, threw it in the trash can, and then they took it.
But what did we learn off of our Facebook group? Our subdivision.
Somebody says, I don't know if it's true or not, because I don't want to do it. He said if you all just tie them up, they'll take them. Well, I don't have any extra rope that I want to get rid of.
Well, Mary T is here. She goes, "Hi everyone, happy Sunday. I just got right down to the garden. Perfect timing. Oh, that sucks." And Shada said they are really good. The Ray Bro.
Yes, they are.
Is inability to undo knots a symptom of MS?
No, I just think it's a character flaw from Heath.
No. Okay. And Mary T said, how did the doctor appointment go?
Stellar and quick. Like I said, it took me longer to get there than it did for the actual appointment.
Yeah. So is there any other plans going on or?
Not really. I mean, he said I'm just scheduled. I was reaching in my pocket for my phone, even though that's what we're using to broadcast or this. I can't remember. I said it's the next appointment 6 months from now, sometime in November. I think November 19th is what I had. I think. Like I said, the paperwork's in my office, so.
Yeah. So that's good and everything. The only thing that happened is the doctor wrote a prescription for D3, his vitamin D3, and we've always gotten that, and now they're saying the insurance won't cover it.
That's my new insurance from work, though, right?
Yeah, but it's CVS now. Before you had or Caremark, before you had something else, and they're like, oh, they're not going to cover it any longer in the Caremark plan, which means we might have to go to Amazon, because Amazon, you always got it without insurance for $4 for a 3-month supply.
That's awesome.
But I just don't want to spend $130 for their stupid Prime. So we might have to order it like when you have every once in a while they'll be like, he joined Amazon Prime for a week for $1.99. So we might do that, order your D3 and then quit again.
You gotta play the games. And like I told one of my
but we'll also check GoodRx and see what they cover.
I told a customer the other day, they were apologizing for being cheap. I was like, no. The term I use is budget conscious.
Right. That's our goal.
I learned from my wife. You use a coupon on a coupon.
That's right.
Especially this day, the way things are now, everything costs so much.
Right.
I don't blame you for saving.
Yeah, duh. That's what you have to do nowadays, right?
All the time I'll get phone calls. They said the guy was like, well, I just ordered appliances. I got the 3-pack order. I got the the range, the microwave, and the fridge. But I see now that they went down in price. So can I get a price match? Sure, no problem.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Always be looking for
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
Well, and I really do like Under the Median, their channel, what Larry does. He has a spreadsheet of all their major appliances and things like the roof, fencing, that stuff. And he keeps a tally of, okay, this, like for a fridge, well, this is the fridge we think would be the best. Here's what the going price is. And then he updates that like on a yearly basis. And then that way you could do a sinking fund for each of those things. And then you kind of know, okay, this is about ballpark what we're looking at for a fridge. And here's the one we want. And then that way you kind of keep tabs on it. So if it does go down really well, you'd be like, okay, I know this fridge that we currently have is going to go out any day now. This fridge happens to be on sale, like a big discount. So let's just go ahead and get it, kind of thing.
That's smart. I just really feel like nowadays, though, the way they're making them, I know it probably sounds jaded or silly or whatever. I think they put a self-destruct piece on that.
It does seem like it, right? And
they would survive Armageddon, and you still have it.
Right, like in Fallout.
Yeah.
But it was in the fridge. Right.
You buy it today, 2 weeks later, you need a replacement.
It does seem that Apple got caught doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because people were noticing, well, it seems like every time they were coming out with a new phone, they would do an update. Suddenly your phone wasn't working as well. And they would say for years, oh, no, we're not doing that. And then finally came out that, yeah, they were doing that. They got sued for doing that.
That's
and now they have to correct their practices, y'all. So, yeah, you never know, right? Mary T said, farm fresh will be sweeter if ripened on the bush. My blueberries, that's what he said. My blueberries just flowering, same as strawberries. My tart cherry is loaded with flowers.
Awesome.
As are the raspberries. I freaking love tart cherries. I think that's why I like these blueberries. Because the farmer let me taste it first. Because I went to the farmer's market and I was like, okay, yeah, it is a little more acidic, not as sweet, but I like that kind of citric-y flavor to it. But a tart cherry, I love tart cherries. Sharon said, I'm on an afternoon break, been outside working since 7, got baby backs on the smoker.
That's awesome.
Ooh. That sounds really good.
That's where I have been waiting for the pork ribs to go on sale again. Well, I have one last twin pack of beef ribs.
Yes.
But I don't know why, but I really prefer pork ribs on the smoker versus beef ribs.
I think it's because the beef ribs, there's not a whole lot of meat, The
only time I actually like the beef ones is when we get the brontosaurus ones, the giant ones.
Right. Tui Tiki Cat said, that's right, all muscle. That's what I tell him. Yeah, it's all muscle, baby. Guido Simple's here. Hey, Destin brother. Said, hey, folks, how are you doing?
Sorry I missed you this morning. I was busy setting up to doing the yard work.
Yeah, you have to do it before the 90 temperatures hit because
like I've said this before. It probably sounds silly, but I'm a true believer. Those of y'all that grew up playing Nintendo, you remember Super Mario Brothers 3? That level where the sun is trying to kill Mario? That's what it's like living in Texas right now.
Yeah, because even yesterday, like I got to the farmer's market actually before they technically open at 9, but people show up and they just start shopping,
we're
right?
there to make money. Let's go and start selling.
Well, right. At Three Sister Farms, I didn't see that they had duck eggs this week, but they had chicken eggs, $8 a dozen. I don't know. That seems kind of pricey to me.
Though.
I mean, they're farm fresh, but $8. I'm like, oh, I'd cringe at paying $2 a dozen at the store. $8. Oh, that's crazy. But they had a line, and people were buying like several dozen at a time.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's a pretty penny, but. I got to the farmer, right, because I wanted, the one I go to is Rain Song Farms, and he has kohlrabi, and this weekend he had purple kohlrabi and mini green kohlrabi. So I actually, before they're opened, I got the last 2 purple kohlrabis.
Before they're open, you got the last 2. That's
I know.
crazy.
Because people, and
That's
there was a line there too,
I
excuse
wonder.
me, but I got more fennel. Well, wait, let me see. Well, you can't really see. It's back there. But anyways, I got more fennel. I got the purple kohlrabi. I got 4 of the mini green kohlrabi. And I got your blueberries. And I got your cherry tomatoes.
I wonder if you could message him and kind of reserve what you want.
I mean, I think you might be able to.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Put it in order and you go pick it up.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen him pack the stuff.
What I'm saying is, like, message him and ask. I mean, what's going to do to tell you no?
Mm-hmm.
That's my theory.
But I got that and then at another farm, I think it was the I can't remember that farm's name. But anyways, I think Thice Farm. They had these bowls.
Oh my goodness!
That are bigger than my if you want, bigger than my thumb. So I got, and it was $6 for like a container. So I got that. I was like, ooh, that's kind of pricey. But especially I went to Kroger and got 24 ounces of Brussels marked down for like $2. I paid $6 for his, but and then I got Heath some sun-dried tomato goat cheese. So I know he'll like that.
I already started eating that too.
Oh.
I put it on my scrambled eggs this morning.
Yeah. So yeah, here's the Brussels we got for cheap. $2.79 for a 24-ounce bag.
But I'm confused. I thought you said we were going to use this last night and eat it first.
I did.
But it's not open.
Yes, it is.
Where?
It's got the resealable at the top. No, turn it around. You're going to mess it up. There's a little reseal at the top.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Right there. No, what I was imagining is you would actually take the scissors and cut
I know, because then you run the reseal. And then here's what I got at the market for $6. But look at how big these are.
Those are huge.
That's what she said. Oh, the bag missed one.
Well, I was going to show them. Oh, let's see. Well, all the print's in the way.
We'll just open it and take one out.
Show me how.
I know. It was hard you doing a knot. I can't imagine you figuring this out. Here, I'll even get a big one out of here. Wait. No, yeah, turn it a little bit better. Up a little. Look.
That's crazy.
And then you reseal that. But yeah.
Can I figure out how to seal it?
I don't know, Heath. Can you?
Vote now. Compose your votes now.
So yes, we enjoyed I enjoyed doing that. So of course, since I got all these Brussels, I had to get pork belly so we can make our pork belly burnt ends. So last night, channel members, I filmed what we're putting out for next Saturday's cook along, and I've already created the recipe card, and we're going to edit the video after this live. So be looking for that to come out this evening. So you will get in your email, it'll have not only the recipe card that is printable and a PDF that you can save, but you'll also get the link to the video, and you have to follow the link in the email. So if you are interested in joining as a channel member, hit that join button or go to Buy Me a Coffee. And on Buy Me a Coffee is also an option to join as a membership there as well. So it's up to you either way. If you join on Buy Me a Coffee or the YouTube, you'll be part of the Hungry Horde channel members, and then you'll get to be in that live next Saturday. And once a month we do a live cook along and just spend time with our channel members, and we just look forward to that so much.
What I really enjoy about it too is the product. We'll call it the what's the word I'm looking for? Dang it, blank.
I don't know.
The research we do where we pre-cook it ourselves to make
test?
sure we fine tune it before we release it.
And you got blueberries between your teeth.
Mm-hmm. I'm saving that for you for later.
Oh. You know what I like. 22Q Cat said, like you always say, Heath, no news is good news.
Right. Thank
no
you.
long appointment needed. Woohoo.
Yeah. In and out. Like I said, it took me longer to drive up there than it did for the whole appointment. Even sitting in the waiting room.
It was right in the middle of the front. Okay. Keto Simple said Samsung charging cords on Amazon.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Well, they have those, but ours are special.
Oh.
I thought we had them run up here. It's the fast charge. Supercharge is a different kind of link to it, though.
No, you can still get them on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, you just look for the fast charging actual Samsung.
Right.
But the last time,
right there,
yeah, this is. I bought it off of Temu. Not the pink part, but the cord itself. It's a nice long cord. And I don't know why. We go through a lot of charging cords.
I think so. We move them so much.
Probably. So why spend $10, $15 when I can get it off Temu for $1?
Right.
And we just, keep those. And then once they start breaking, then we just get another one. Mary T said, why fix your phone? Broke. That's how I feel.
It's to me, it's not a popularity contest. So people aren't going to think I'm cool or whatever because I have a new phone.
Oh, nice. Keto Simple said we switched from AT&T to T-Mobile at Costco. Got 2 new phones for Chandra and I, and we got $1,400 in Costco gift cards.
Oh, that's
awesome. Way to go. That's how you got to do it.
That one little thing on Facebook, everybody's like, okay, you have like 10 grand to spend at one store. Where are you going?
Costco.
I always say Costco. Well, what are you buying them? Travel packages.
2ATQ Cat said, you just like Ryan Reynolds, Shelley. I mean,
he is a good actor. Seriously, everything I've ever seen him in has been good. Seriously.
He's so cute, though. He's that. Frozen. Oh, there we are. Woohoo! I don't know why it does that.
And what's weird too, my laptop in the living room just randomly the other day just switched over to airplane mode for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't remember clicking on it or nothing.
No. Sharon said Verizon, been with them for over 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's good. You like them. I was with AT&T for over 20 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe even longer than that.
That's still who we use for our internet.
Yeah. But it was just like, just the say, I don't care if I've been with a company for 20 years because sometimes they, and I was listening to Clark Howard talk about this, that they're like, oh, okay, well, we don't care about you because we know you're loyal.
Yep.
That sometimes being loyal nowadays with a lot of companies doesn't pay off.
What I hate too is that if you sign up now, like a new customer gets all these great deals, and you, like you said, been with them 20 years, you call them like, we won't do anything for you.
Right.
I hate that.
Right. That's what he was talking about, that he was like, loyalty a lot of times doesn't pay off. So I'm like, well, look, they couldn't match Mint's price at all. So I was like, well, I mean, I want to save over $1,000 in a year just by switching to Mint. So yeah, that's where I shop with my pocketbook. Keto Simple said Deadpool. I know. And he said, it was hard to switch from AT&T. I was with them from 2002 and switched in January.
What I love too, when the first Deadpool
that was similar to us too.
I loved it though when the first Deadpool came out. Everybody was crying because it was rated R.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I can't keep my kid to go see it. Well, have you not read Deadpool?
I know, right?
Why don't you look into what you're doing?
Keto Simple said, we had to get new phones. We had the Note 9s like you, Shelley. Got them the day before they came out, and they got to be so slow, couldn't use them anymore hardly.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is something. So far, I don't have any issues with my Note 9.
The only reason why we even bought the Note, especially for me, because I have fat fingers, it was hard for me to type, so I have to use the stylus to do it. In fact, as you see me, I always carry a pen the end of the pen has the stylus on it as well.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them in my office laying by my desk so I can type on it when I need to as well.
Yeah. But so far, it's going pretty well.
What's really cool is that there's an option on our company does, if you have appliances on order, you can actually text them to keep a track on where your stuff's at.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that all the time. I have because she even sometimes says, "What are all these texts you got?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just looking at the order to check for them."
I was like, "What?"
You don't have to prove who you are. Then all you have to do is know the order number.
Yeah.
So I type it in. I check for them what's going on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my customers, for whatever reason, don't understand how it works. I just can't believe it.
Shada said, I can order it for you guys, the D3. Oh,
well, thank you.
Thank you for that. We can do it. I'm just,
first world problem.
Yeah. Because, before where it was only $4 for a 3-month supply, that's cheaper. Like, because I take D3 and K2 and I don't have prescription for it. So I know you get them off prescription. But when it was $4 for 3 months, that's still a lot cheaper than I pay for mine. Yeah. So I was just like, well.
And in fact, a couple of times you even take mine because you were out. You're like, well, we're gonna get some more, so why not?
Yeah. So, we could always do that, or we'll figure it out. I'm just complaining because I think it's ridiculous. And Keto Simple said, Walmart sells D3 and it isn't expensive, right? Yeah. So Walmart, or actually I got mine off of Amazon, and there's a lot of places that we could get it. And the Amazon pharmacy does have it. If you're a Prime member, you get it for like $4 versus if you're not, it's like $17. So I still don't want to pay the $17.
It's just there's nothing we have or we need from Prime that would warrant us of getting Prime again. We used to have it, but we didn't use it enough.
Yeah, not for $140 a year. Ugh.
Because a lot of our stuff, like especially with our spice blends and like that, and we would actually order it on there because it was cheaper. But then they changed the pricing.
But you know what? I saw Nicole
Keto?
Cool Kid Keto. And yesterday, because she works in the health department at the one HEB I like. And she said, oh, I know y'all always need spices because she does the bulk spices there. She goes, let me know about a week out if you need any, and I'll make sure I order it so it's here for you.
That's awesome.
So
yes, thank you.
So, yeah, because remember the last time I went to go get, I forget if it was the red pepper flakes or something.
They were out.
And they were completely out. She's like, yeah, we haven't had it. She said, just for now on, just let her know. And she'll put in an order, and it takes about a week.
That's so awesome, too, y'all, because she lives maybe 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah, but they got new property that's about 2.5 hours away.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah,
how are they going to do that? They're going to find an HEB over there, or what?
No, they plan to retire.
Oh, okay.
In a couple of years. But yeah, I was talking to her yesterday. A lot of y'all asked about the storm. So I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, we had a couple.
That's why I had the tree limb down.
Yeah. But when I went out, so the farmer's market I like to go to is the Tomball Farmer's Market. So it's about a half hour from here. Well, on the way back, I decided to stop at this coffee shop that I like. It's called Barbarossa. It's like an Italian coffee shop, and they do have a sugar-free Snickers latte. Ooh, it's really freaking good. So I stopped there, and I noticed that I had like no internet. Like it was the little E, and I was like, what is going on? And I was moving around, and there was a light like right up the road. The light was out. So that was causing a huge backup. And I was just like, oh, and I finished my coffee waiting to get through that light, and I was like, this is ridiculous. And I went on and went to my personal favorite HEB, which is it's this area called Gosling. And that's where Nicole worked. And I was talking to her, and I heard somebody else say, yeah, we've got so many people here today working, because of the storm. And I was like, huh. And so when I was talking to Nicole, I was like, yeah, I heard that you have like more than needed employees today. And she goes, yeah, the storm knocked out another HEB over there. They're still without power.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of the employees that worked at that one and that work at this one don't have power at home yet.
Oh, wow.
So some of them can't go to work. So they were kind of saying anybody who could work and from the other store come to her. And because of that, and so many people being without power right there, they were really busy yesterday. She said, like in the morning, they were so swamped with people shopping because they had lost electricity.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we really got fortunate then.
Yeah, we did.
So I felt bad for them, and I was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't have been complaining about no internet when,
Right.
there's people without power. But yeah, so we had talked for a while, and got my tri-tip. The limit was 2. So I got 2 tri-tips, and then I got my pork belly, and they had a chuck roast for $3.97 a pound. So I got a huge chuck roast. It was a 4-pound chuck roast, but they had it in 2 big chunks.
Oh, nice. Well,
Yeah.
did you say?
I put it. I put it in. I did the vacuum seal bags like
you
that.
did 2 of them though.
No, I in one.
Oh.
No, I just did it in one because it would have made it 2 pounds.
Yeah.
I figured that'd be a great meal prep.
Okay.
I put on there how much it weighs,
Okay.
so we'll know.
Okay.
And then, Kroger, I got some pork chops.
Oh yeah.
They looked really good. And so I had a pretty successful shopping venture yesterday.
Because I had a moment of weakness yesterday evening.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of talked her into it. We were this close to going out to eat last night. She's like, yeah, it sounds great. But then we start arguing or discussing where to go. And nothing really grabbed our attention. And she goes, but I've already started on the Brussels. I was like, yeah, that's right.
I'm like, the pork belly's already in the oven and it's almost cooked. So then what are we going to do with the half-cooked pork belly and all this other stuff? And we need to film for the cook-along.
Right. I don't know. I just really want to go. I just enjoy going out to eat. But like I said, nothing really grabs me. But then I was telling her today, earlier before we went live, I said, you know what, though? We didn't go last night. You want to go tonight? She's like, yes, but where? And then, oh, great. Now we're going to do that again. That whole song and dance.
Does anybody else do that? Are you, because I saw Nicole also had posted that on her wall about, well, where should Hans take me tonight? And they couldn't decide. Does anybody else do that? Make us not feel like, we're
the only ones.
We're the only ones because we're always like, oh, we want to go out, but neither of us can decide.
I'm like, oh, I want to go here. She's like, no, I don't want to go there. What?
Look, there's a mosquito right by the doorknob. You see it?
No. Yeah.
And
yeah, but it just moved.
Yeah, it's moving all right there. Go kill it. Kill the mosquito. Death to mosquitoes. All right. You gotta use your hand.
I don't want to get on my hand. That's gross.
You can wash it off. No,
Off.
No, see, you just flew it down below. It's about 1.5 feet from the doorknob. No. All right, maybe.
But then I told her, I said, let's go tonight then. She's like, okay. And then, like I said, it started that whole thing again. I was like, you know what? I came back later. We started working on something else. And then I was like, you know what? And here, I got a better idea. For actually end up being cheaper, I got to get out Tuesday anyways to go get my my truck inspected. My stickers. No, not my sticker. What is I got to do on Tuesday? I got to take the truck in
for a service appointment.
Yeah, my maintenance on it, my tune-up.
Well, there it's back. See, you just got to use your hand.
I understand that, but in the meantime, I'm going to finish my story.
Okay, go ahead.
I told her instead, I'm just going to go to the store and buy something. Well, yeah, we're going off budget a little bit, but we're going to end up being cheaper than going out to eat. The tri-tip.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a lot better. I'll be a lot
That's right. And tri-tips, they were about $14 to $17.
But I'm the crazy person. I'll go get 2 at this one and drive over to another store and get 2 more.
No. All right. Caden said, it makes me so mad to hear that insurance won't cover. It seems like if your doctor prescribes something for you, then your insurance company should have no choice but to cover it. And an outrage. Exactly. That's how I feel too, because it's like, you need it. And I guess I get what they're saying is because there are so many options for vitamin D3 with, over the counter. That's probably what they're saying is, well, it's an over the counter option.
I thought prescription strength was different than over the counter though. That's the whole point of him writing the prescription.
Right. Well,
or am I overthinking it?
No, you're getting basically a 1 pill weekly dose instead of a daily. But I'm saying that is more than likely their justification is, well, you could get it over the counter, so therefore we no longer carry it. So a lot of over the counter medications used to be prescription only, and then nowadays they're just like, no, you just get it over the counter. So I'm sure that's what their logic is. But I agree with you, Caden. If you get a prescription, they should cover it.
I mean, they basically guilt you into getting insurance, and then once you get it, they tell you they're not going to. It's not any good.
Right.
So it's annoying.
My Keto Simple said my brother was on blood thinners and they wanted $200 a month. He could no longer find coupons and no one would take the ones he could find. So he called the doctor to find what the equivalent dose of aspirin regimen would be. And that's what I mean. It's and that's why I mean there are some alternatives like GoodRx or Mark Cuban's Cost Plus if they have it on there.
Right.
You know, but they don't always cover everything. Like Mark Cuban, when I checked before, I'll check again. But when I checked before was saying they didn't have vitamin D3 on their program, which again, it's probably because it is so readily available over the counter. But yeah, that would be ridiculous.
If we switch to over the counter, I'd just start taking it every day instead of once a week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's not that big a deal.
Mm-mm.
It's just dumb.
And it might be better because you get it with the K2, which is what you need in order to take vitamin D3. Okay. Tweet TQ Cat said, I think he takes the prescription version of D3, not the over-the-counter. Yeah. Right. So his is the 50,000 UI instead of like the 10,000 daily.
Yeah, because I take one pill once a week.
Yeah. So that's the main difference is it is a huge dose.
The whole system's dark and messed up. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, this is bothering me, but we left the TV on. I can see it, and there's no reason for it to be on.
Keto Simple said, after dark in the middle of the afternoon, #Bush Talk. Well, it is Sunday. Isn't that what Sundays are for afternoon delights? That's a song I'm quoting. Right? That's a song, y'all. It's an actual song. So I'm not just saying this. Somebody, who was it? The Mamas and Papas?
I think so. Just Google it. Somebody tell me.
Yeah. That did that song like back in the 70s, y'all. Shada said that Brussels is so big, it's almost a cabbage. I know, right?
What did they say? It's the cabbage family?
Right? Keto Simple said, walking the grand puppy. We have her this week while the boy's out of town. Aw, how fun.
He's a good daddy.
Keto, never pay AT&T prices or anything like that. Exactly. Yeah, why pay those extreme prices? Right. And then we were frozen. And then Shada said, I switched to Verizon a couple years ago when I could not get through on my cell. The T-Mobile fires. Oh, okay.
But then also tell them what else I went. Because y'all saw the thing in there. Because I went to H-E-B. I don't remember what I bought now, though. But then you had me go to Walgreens. Tell me what was the deal on that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we still didn't get as good a deal because you have to, we did curbside. Yeah. So we actually ended up losing out on getting all of the coupons. But I did get quite a few coupons. So we got 2 Oral-B toothbrushes, the charcoal, which are always good for when we travel instead of bringing our electric toothbrush. And then I got a package of paper towels, a package of toilet paper. I think it was a 12-roll toilet paper, 4-pack of the paper towels, and Finish dish detergent or dishwasher detergent. All of that for $12. And then when he got home on Ibotta, we got an extra $1 back on the Finish. But it would have basically ended up being free if we bought it in store because when you check out, you would have got printed coupons for next time for cash.
Next time you see that, just tell me, make a list.
I know. I should have. But
we'll know next time, though.
Yeah.
That's fine. Because the store I went to is right there. At, both of us are really good. Like we're planning our route out because it was right there in the next shopping center over.
Yeah. And I don't always stay on top of all the Walgreens deals, but I know you can do well. But a lot of it's like
stuff we don't use.
Yeah, stuff we don't use, and I don't see the point in buying. Like, because when shopping with Shayna or Shayna put it all out, she was also buying like mouthwash and toothpaste, and I'm a Redmond's toothpaste person. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not into the Crest of Colgate or any of the store toothpaste. They're way too sweet and, have other stuff in it. And I feel like Redmond's toothpaste, it's very clean toothpaste and you can get it unsweetened. And I just prefer the Redmond's toothpaste now. And so that's what we use. So why am I going to buy Crest toothpaste just so I can get it for free,
Another we're running the same thing like at Kroger and HEB too. A lot of their little bonuses and coupons
Yeah.
like that is all for stuff we don't use. Like, well, one is for all the carbs, and two, it's all like kid stuff.
Yeah, a lot of kid stuff.
Like
yeah, diapers and all that. So yeah, whenever shopping with Shayna, she does every week. She'll do the Kroger ad, and then she'll put out several of them. So she'll first put out one on Monday showing what the preview of the ad is. And then throughout the week, she'll say, okay, I've researched, here's how you get the best deals. So for example, Rockstar, they're buy one, get one free. So you're getting 2 Rockstars for $2. Plus, if you signed up for the Rockstar, their little text thing, then every other week you could submit where you bought 2 and they send you $5,
That's
either
awesome.
PayPal or Venmo. So I pay it $2, but I'm getting 5 from them. So they're actually paying me to drink Rockstar at this point. She'll do that cross-reference with like Ibotta. And so like one thing we got yesterday, it's called Stem, and it's a fly trap, like a plug-in one. So Kroger had it $18.99 and get $10 off. So it'd been $8.99 at Kroger out of pocket. And then when you submit to Ibotta, they would give you $10. So you actually ended up making money, like $1.01 if you bought it, in the long haul. So she'll put together those deals. And I was like, well, I'm going to try to see if that helps with the flies
especially
and the gnats
money off of it.
and the mosquitoes. So I plugged it in and I already saw it caught a couple of them. So yeah, for free, basically you're out of pocket technically until you get the money from Ibotta. But I mean, for free. So she'll put together those deals and she'll work with the different coupon apps and show you. So if you wanted to buy, this, then you submit to Ibotta or you swap bucks or, there's like 4 different apps out there nowadays where you get various coupons back. And so she'll put those in. And so sometimes I'll be like, ooh, because there was one for A Life a while back and that was good. The Stem, the Rockstars. But a lot of the stuff is complete junk food. And I'm like, no.
Another way we beat the system on that, though, especially like with the grocery stores and stuff, we each have our own membership.
Yeah.
So when it says, even will go to the store together, and say limit 2, she'll go through, get her 2. I'll be behind her on my 2.
Yeah.
And we both use our own card.
Yeah. So like at Kroger, they had a bag of avocados for $2.49 on sale this week, a limit of 5. So on Thursday, was it? I went and then I got some 2 bags under your card because it's use it or lose it. Yeah. So if you use it to buy one, you don't get to come back later and get more. So I used it, bought 2 bags. And then when I went yesterday, I bought all they had, which was 3 bags left at $2.49 each, using my Kroger card.
And I think I actually have 2 Kroger cards because I have 2 different.
Yes, you do. But it doesn't make sense to do too much on yours because I like all the fuel points. Keto Simple said, my S24 Ultra has a stylus too. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, is that a note as well? I don't know all the different brands now. It said, my car came with T-Mobile. Terrible customer service and awful connections. Oh, that's a shame. Because I was just bragging Friday about the wonderful customer service we got with T-Mobile.
Yeah,
and Lynette. So maybe if it's been a while, maybe they've turned it around. Because Lynette said she's gotten nothing but great service from T-Mobile when she switched this past year. And then I had a billing issue and they waived all of the fees on my bill, like everything. And they were like, oh, you don't have to pay your bill this month. We've credited the whole account. And I received really good customer service. Yeah. And I will say with Mint Mobile, I've gotten excellent customer service from Mint Mobile as well. So, and Mint is still, even though they're owned by T-Mobile, they're kind of, it's like their cheap version. And so far I've been impressed with them.
The only thing that's weird with it to me though, whenever I get a notification that I have voicemail, I click on the button and it won't connect.
Yeah.
So I have to call myself and then I can connect. But it doesn't do it on her phone. I don't know if it's a setting I have on my phone or whatever. I mean, it's just, like, again, first world problems.
You just need to call them.
But yeah, it's not that big a deal, though.
Yeah. Shauna said, I've been eating on my tri-tip all weekend.
Oh,
I know. I've seen it. It looks so good. And Shauna said, T-Mobile, when I had it, only worked at a couple places in my condo. Oh, goodness. Well, hopefully they're getting better. Sharon said the tri-tip has looked good this weekend. I'm saying it looked amazing. That's why
I get on Tuesday.
That's why we when I saw them on sale for $4.99 a pound here, I bought the limit yesterday and I got two pretty big ones. They were like $16 each, and I already have one marinating in the freezer.
Because she was even talking about going tonight after we finish this and go getting a couple more. And I was like, well, we can. But we just wait till Tuesday. I'm already going to be out.
Yeah,
we have
since
food.
he's out. Yeah, why go out, right?
Speaking of,
try to limit that.
We said we're going to do the chicken tonight. We need to pull the chicken out and let it start thawing.
No, I just cook it from frozen.
Okay, then never mind. That's even better.
But yeah, we're excited about the tri-tip. Oh, do you want to tell them about Friday or no? Wait,
you just did.
No, I didn't tell them. I haven't said anything, so it's up to you if you want to tell them what we've got planned for this Friday, or you want to wait and let it be a surprise.
Go ahead and tell them. Tell them. Because I don't know exactly how you're going to word it. So
ahead. I don't either. This was your idea. You were the one who made the idea. That's why I said if you want to. If not,
go ahead. All I was going to post, y'all know how we always post a picture of the food we're going to make? Well, I was just going to put a thing saying it is inspired by the Horde. Because one of our channel members, one of our people on here, inspired us to make this recipe.
Oh, wow. I'm excited to try this. Mary said, I'm back. It's my daughter's 49th birthday.
Oh, wow.
So we were chatting. They are selling their townhouse and waiting to hear if the $950K offer they just made on new houses accepted. Wow.
I don't
Mary.
understand how she has a 49-year-old.
Yeah, that does not seem right.
How did that happen? How you're 2 years old? I don't get it.
Right. 40 not no. There's something wrong there. I think you meant 19th birthday, right? That makes more sense.
Yeah, wait, what? Does not compute.
Mary T said, healthcare free here, but prescriptions are crazy Canadian expensive if you have coverage. Thank goodness I have some coverage and no meds. Right. Well, prescriptions are like one prescription they were estimating was going to be like $200. And I'm like, what? And even his they're even with insurance, they could be outrageous. Like you saw Keto Simple's brother was $200. So sometimes you have to almost go without insurance to get a better deal.
Well, also though, remember with my MS meds, I used to have a program that they would actually give it to me.
Right.
And they just stopped because they quit handling the name brand, and you can only get them in a generic now. Yeah,
and they don't cover the generic.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a racket.
Shauna said, I think you guys got lucky. T-Mobile here, horrible service. Here, one time when I was in Wyoming, I called for help and they thought I was out of the country. I mean, it is Wyoming. No, I'm just playing. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Texas is the best.
Well, I mean, that's true. And again, so we only have T-Mobile for our backup Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Again, our cell phone is Mint Mobile, and you can always go to Mint's website and see where their coverage area is. But it has a pretty good coverage area. And again, I haven't had any issues with the T-Mobile. I mean, with the Mint Mobile. Sorry, not T-Mobile, Mint Mobile.
What I love about the T-Mobile they did, though, when we went into the store to talk to him, he had to run he had to do a check from our address to see if we could even fit onto their network.
Yeah, for their Wi-Fi network.
Yeah. They don't want to crowd it. So they only have enough room for so many people. So it will work.
That's why it's our backup. And that's why I haven't canceled it yet. Because like they said, because they only allow so many people in the area to have it. Yeah. That if we cancel, we might not be able to get it back if we need a backup.
I didn't think about that.
Right. But
we need that because we're both work from home.
Yeah. Yeah, but our cell phones is Mint Mobile, and so far everyone I've heard that has Mint Mobile has been really impressed with it. And I 22Q Cat knows a lot of the channels in the financial space constantly talk about Mint Mobile because most of them are
Fans
sponsored by Mint Mobile.
We need to be now.
I know we should be.
Searching them up so much.
Mary T said, being so close to the border, I have to be sure my roaming is off or my phone tries to ping in the States and then Bell tries to charge me the $15 daily roaming fee. Right. Oh, I bet that is hard. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know anytime we travel outside of the U.S., we've always had to like either turn on the international or just put my phone on airplane mode.
Right.
Because that's usually what we do when we're traveling outside of the U.S. is we'll get the international on one phone,
right,
and then turn like my phone off, and then that way we can check all emails and stuff on the one phone. But yeah, because that gets crazy expensive.
So we'll do the same thing like when we're on a cruise and we get the one of us. We'll get where we have the internet, and then she's like, "Okay, scoot over. Let me see the computer. I need to check my emails and stuff." So we're just kind of old school that way. We each just take turns.
Yeah, exactly.
That again is just being budget conscious again. What are you looking at?
A question I see coming up. Oh. Okay. And then Mary T said, I had her when I was just a child. Obviously, we're going to go to the home together in 20 years. You're hilarious. You know, that's what they say, right?
Because as a parent, you're pushing the kid around in their stroller, right? Mm-hmm. As the kid grows up, he pushes the parent around in their wheelchair.
I've definitely been there. Shauna said, didn't you say Mint Mobile uses T-Mobile towers? Yes. So they use the T-Mobile cellular network, so on Mint Mobile's things, they say they cover 90% of the area with 5G and almost 100% with 4G. But you go to Mint Mobile and you can see on their website if they're in your area specifically.
Well, there's only so many towers out there anyways.
Well, right.
I had to explain that before when I worked at ADT, because they only have 3 ways they can connect to your system. Either the internet, a dial-up, or cable.
Yeah.
And if all 3 of those are out, you're not going to get a connection to ADT. And people will get mad about it. I was like, well, it's not ADT's fault that your system's down.
Yeah.
Talk to the phone company. Talk to your cable.
Right. Tweet TQ Cat said, I switched to Mint Mobile 6 months ago. Absolutely no issues whatsoever and saving a lot of money.
That's
yes,
awesome.
Mint uses T-Mobile towers. That's awesome. They do. And yeah, I think it just, I was really hesitant because, again, I've been with AT&T for over 20 years, but I was hating these bills that kept going up to over $100 a month. I think it was like 120. And I was like, this is getting ridiculous. Even after the phones were paid off, I was like $120 a month for freaking cell phones, especially since we work from home. Most of the time, we're not going to be using a lot of data because we're mostly at home. So I didn't need it because they do offer unlimited data. They offer 5, 10, 15 or unlimited. And they'll have different promos. So if you use our link or if you ask for it, we'll send you the link and whatever their promo is. So sometimes they'll give you the promo. You get the unlimited for the same price as the 5 gigabytes for X amount of time, whatever their promo is. It changes, and but I went on their website because I was really hesitant because being with AT&T for so long, I was like, I know AT&T, but when I checked, it showed, on Mint Mobile's site, they were like, no, like you're exactly in 100% coverage area. I was like, well, and then I saw the rest of the U.S. I was like, yeah, it's pretty much most of the U.S. So I went with it, and Again, it's been over a year and we've not once had any issue as far as, the service goes.
But I was also starting to say too about how the connection issues with the security system. we used to, I can't remember what company they would use for their internet, or if they connect to the towers and stuff. We used to actually go to the website to check for outages.
Oh, yeah.
To see if that's what was causing it.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's what they told us. There's only like 3, maybe 4 companies in the whole country that have everything. They just lease them out to all the small
Yeah, it
ones.
is. It's what's actually 2 big ones.
Yeah.
AT&T and Verizon have the monopoly on towers.
Uh-huh.
And so it makes it really hard for a third or fourth company to come up because then they have to pay those. But as Clark Howard had a whole thing about, he was saying, but with, AT&T, Verizon keep raising their rates so much that because they know that they have the monopoly. So now these other companies are coming in and they're like, no, we could still do it cheaper, which he says, so see, they can do it cheaper. Just AT&T and Verizon are basically gouging their customers.
Greedy because they can.
Right. And he's like, so there are a lot of these like Mint Mobile, and there's another one, Clark Howard, I forget what it's called, but it's another one kind of like Mint Mobile where you get it at a really cheap, like $15 a month plan. And their service and everything and coverage is just the same. So Shauna said, that's why I don't think Mint would be good for me, because the T-Mobile didn't work for service. Well, and maybe not. I don't know how long ago it was that you tried T-Mobile, but maybe, maybe they've changed since then. I don't know. Or maybe Mint would be a little better. I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, we're not telling you to. I'm just cheap, and if I can find a better deal to get something where I can save over $1,000 a year, that's where I try to go, and I give it a try. And that's why I did. That's the other thing I liked about Mint Mobile is when we first did it, it was basically a trial of 3 months with their unlimited data. So that kind of helped me see, well, how much data are we actually using? And at 3 months, if it didn't work, I could always go back to AT&T is what I was figuring. And I might even get a better deal going back to them after canceling the service, because sometimes they'll do that, right? So that's how I looked at it. And then after 3 months, I was like, oh, well, we haven't had any issues. So I'm going to renew for the year. And then that's where we've been doing. And, but that's for us. And I do think it probably, we are in a very big metropolis. Yeah. So generally any is going to have great coverage here because, we're like the 3rd/4th largest city in the U.S. So of course they're going to have good coverage here. But I think if you live elsewhere, that might be something you just check on.
Right.
Tweet TQ Cat said, I think I'm just lucky. I've had all the different cell phone companies over the years, and I've never had issues no matter where I lived or with whatever phone company. And see, and that's again, like us, right here, especially like Houston's very flat. Like I think sometimes in like Colorado or other places where there's lots of mountains and valleys, maybe it is a little harder there. I don't know. I don't live there. We live here, and being such a big city, we've never had issues. And then, 22Q Cat in Indianapolis probably have, good coverage up that way as well. I think the center tends to and sometimes the coast tend to have better service options, a lot more. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not I don't figure out these tower things. I just know what's going on. Right. So do what works for you and makes you happy. If you're like, no, I'm just going to stick with them, that's what I've done, then that's fine. I just always look at, okay, well, can I save a little money here? So that's why sometimes I still go to Temu, even though I know there's a lot of issues with Temu. Some things I'm like, well, we'll just get it off at Temu and get it made. In fact,
we have a list going for stuff we need. She's like, we'll put on the Temu list and see. Because actually, we had a light bulb go out in the bathroom the other day, and I was looking at getting another. I was thinking about going and go buy it. She says, "Well, check Temu if it's cheaper."
Well, you actually said that because what were they rate on Amazon? They were like $9 a bulb.
Yeah,
because it's one of those recessed lights.
Yeah,
and it was like $9 a bulb, but then you found at Home Depot where it was $7. So again, cheaper on Home Depot than Amazon.
Right.
And then you found it on Temu for it was like $12 for 6 bulbs.
Yeah. But it takes 6 months to get it.
Not 6 months, like about 6 weeks.
But I have a whole list of stuff I now want from Temu. So I'm like, well, just get it all at once.
Right. And we just keep adding. That's what I do on Amazon now too. Because even though you don't have Prime, you can still order from Amazon. Yeah. So like we need new mice.
Yeah.
Because like this one, for some reason, if I try to like select like a line, like I want to copy and paste, it doesn't like to do that. And it like takes forever.
Fights with you.
Yeah. And then it wants to double click sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't want to click at all. And I've tried to do the troubleshooting. It's just an old mouse. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how old is this mouse?
No, it probably came with the computer.
Probably came with Heath.
Yeah.
So I put it on, and I researched it. I found some on Amazon for $7. So I just added it to my cart, and then when I get to the $35, then I place the order.
Don't you also have like a coupon or a gift card or something like that from somewhere?
Yeah. So then, for my current electrical provider. So I go through Energy Org, which again, that's another one. If you want to check and see if Energy Org is offered in your area, I could send you the referral link for that. And you get like so many credits. And then it also gives me credits because Mama Bear Lynette's who shared it with me. Mm-hmm. So she got credits and I got credits for using her link. And Energy Org basically shops for the cheapest electrical price. You know, if you're not in a monopoly area, I know some parts of the U.S. you only have one provider and that's it. But again, being in Houston, we've got like 500 different providers. So Energy Org does the shopping, and the company that and they'll let you choose. The company I went with has a reward program. And once you get so many points, you get to spin a wheel and you're guaranteed a gift card ranging from $5 to $25. I've only ever gotten the $5 gift card, and so I get it for Amazon. So then I just add that over to my Amazon. So like when we placed an order this week, I got $5 off my order because I already had that gift card loaded. So I just do things like that. And then, but most of my apps that I have, like my coupon apps or receipt apps, which that I have coupons here, I got to scan in.
Not coupons, receipts.
Receipts, that's right. I just wait until those get like $25 or $50 before I cash them in. And one of the receipt apps, it's only for Amazon that you can get. Another one, Fetch, you get to choose who you want your gift card with. And another one, does pay like to your PayPal account. So I just scan the receipts.
I even find them in the store. If people leave them in their basket, I grab them and bring them home too.
Yeah. And then
I used to never get the receipt when I would get gas, but I'm starting to get them now, so we can do that too.
Yeah. So because it's in receipt. Right. And I just scan the receipt, and then once I rack it up to 25 or 50, then I get an Amazon gift card that way.
Yeah.
Mary T said Costa Rica has a tower every half mile, it seemed. Wow. Even out in the middle of nowhere, there was cell service. Canada could take a page out of that book. Right. So many dead zones. Right. I wonder why Rica had so many and Canada doesn't. Is it just, do you think it's population based? I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? ToyTQ Cat said, I've never had any issues with Temu either, and I bought a lot of stuff from them. Right. I haven't had issues. I think a lot of people's issues with Temu is the work, that they're concerned that there might be slave labor.
Yeah.
And then also, some people don't want to give any information to China.
Yeah.
And since it's like a Chinese company, so some people have issue with that.
But I just find, though, that especially on the internet, there's always going to be somebody complaining about something.
Well, right. That's true. And so, I mean, like you, 22, I've never had any quality issues with Temu. But I guess maybe it just depends on what you're buying, because usually when I'm buying, it isn't necessarily like a need. It's kind of a want, and it's kind of like Well, I'll try it, and it's not a big deal if it breaks, or if something happens.
Well,
So
it's subpar.
right, because like sunglasses, I got sunglasses, and I'm still using those sunglasses, but other ones I bought at the store before, which the people who are don't like Temu will say you should just buy it at the store. Well, they lasted just as long as the ones off of Temu.
It costs 3-4 times much.
Exactly. So I'm like, well, I have had issues with Temu as far as that. So some people who are like, oh, the quality's horrible. I'm like, well, what is it you're ordering? Because again, I haven't had the issues with what we've ordered. Because they're like, oh, it's cheap jewelry. I'm like, well, of course it's cheap jewelry. But I remember I used to go, anybody remember the store Charming Charlie's? And they would sell really cheap jewelry. And they would always have some kind of sale, right? They would be like 5 earrings for $10 or something. 5 pairs of earrings. And so it was always really cheap. And then like my mom would complain, she'd be like, yeah, I'd get one wear and then they would fall apart, like part of the earring would come off. And I'm like, well, what do you expect for $1 or $2?
It's like buying shoes that pay less.
Right. And so that's how I guess I kind of look at Temu. Like I'm not expecting the jewelry I buy to, be an heirloom piece. Like I'm expecting
what you're going into it though.
Right. And so maybe, and I'm thinking,
also you're not ordering jewelry.
Right, I have I ordered a few things. Like before the cruise, I ordered some stuff because I was like, well, it'll last the week of the cruise. And I know other people have issues with that because they're like, oh, you shouldn't be having fast fashion. And I'm like, but I mean, it's cheap.
Right.
I mean, as far as, how often I'm going to wear that stuff.
Pick your battles.
Yeah. Yeah. My pocketbook is the battle I'm end battle that I'm looking for.
Right.
So, well, I know we're already over an hour, y'all. Do you have any more questions or anything you want to ask Keith, or is there anything last words?
Nothing I can think of. I mean, everything's going great. I'm just like thrilled with everything, honestly.
And you did your DDPY still?
Yeah.
I know because I watched it a few times.
I do it at least 4 times a week.
Yeah. Except on days like today when you were cutting the wood up.
Yeah, that was a little... Well, I usually don't do it on Sundays anyways.
Yeah, I kind of have Sunday as my day of rest.
Yeah.
Like I've been working on the squats, y'all. So remember, the squat challenge starts on June 1st. So, El Strange is here. She goes, yeah, still going. I made it. You sure did, Lisa. So, doing the squat challenge starting June 1st. So I'm ramping up because day one's like 50 squats. So I'm ramping up my squats to be ready for day one. So looking forward to that. But Sunday is my rest day. And in fact, when I was looking at the challenges, the challenge breakdown, which is on our Facebook page, I was like, they have a lot more rest days than I did myself. So that's kind of nice.
Reiterate, especially because she likes her. She's new. She just got here about the cook-along. Tell her about it.
Oh, yeah, Lisa. So next Saturday is the cook-along. So I'll be sending out the email, again, as a reminder to all channel members. Let me get a drink here.
That's also another reason why we're going to have to go here in a second, because we got to finish editing that to get it sent out to everybody, and I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah, so by the end of today, I should have the email sent out. In the email, we'll have the printable recipe card, plus there'll be a link, and you have to follow the link in the email because it won't show up on YouTube for the video itself. So make sure you watch both. I mean, I try to do pretty well in the recipe card, but sometimes I'll make alternative suggestions in the video. So it kind of watch them together. But especially on this one, there was a couple things I was like, well, if you're spice adverse, you could do this. Or if you don't have this, you could do this. So I didn't want to like
companion pieces to each other.
Yeah, because in the recipe card, it'd be hard. Or you could do this, or do this, or do this. Right. It's just kind of like, ugh. So I made the recipe card for basically our base recipe. But of course, everything's always adjustable when it comes to recipes, right?
Especially with ours.
Yeah, so be looking for that. That'll be next Saturday. And then the squat challenge, y'all, we have less than 2 weeks left of May, and then the squat challenge begins. So be on our Facebook group if you want to participate, which I'm still trying to get this one to participate too. Don't y'all think he should join
That's my
in?
participation right there.
Don't you think he should join in?
Squat on that.
I think he should join in as part of the challenge.
How many more days is it until we leave?
I don't know how many days.
For the trip.
It's like 10 months.
Okay.
22Q Cat said, I forgot about the squat challenge. Well,
So
here's
did
your
I.
reminder.
So did I.
Elise said, how big was the tree he had to chop up?
It wasn't a tree. It was a tree limb.
Branch?
Yeah.
But it was a big one.
Yeah, it was. It was heavy too.
What, about 20 feet?
At least.
That's what we're saying.
I'm saying 30 now.
Oh, now he says 30.
Every one of those things, every time we tell the story, we get longer. It's like we're like a fishing story.
And she said, I can't wait to see what the menu is. And she said, I always see the video, right? And this is, we got to edit the video still.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do next.
Oh, goodness, y'all. But it should only be, the video itself, like right now, pre-editing is at 19 minutes. So it's probably going to be
15.
close to 15. I would say between 10 and 15. So it's not going to be a terribly long video, which I think is always good.
Yes.
Mary T said, and the rain is stopping. Back outside for me.
All
Have
right.
a lovely Sunday,
All
all.
right, good
I'll
luck.
try to pop in for the cook-along. I'm away, but I would love to share the mountains with you. I'll see. Bye. Ooh, I'd love to see the mountains too. Bye, Mary T. Shauna said, okay, laugh out loud. This time I'll watch the video.
We got to call it. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. El Strange said, come on, Heath, show us how to do them squats. I was reading the D word in
I just
there.
squatted.
How to do those
Dang.
dang.
Gotta go.
See, that's what happens when he starts squatting, right? I'll have to read these.
Until I come back. I want to tell them goodbye.
Okay, we won't sign off. See, you've got time until Heath decides to come back. Sharon said, Heath, you need to do squats since you said he wanted a treadmill. That's what I'm saying. He needs to, and this is why between you and I, he needs to do squats because sometimes to get on the couch, he falls into the couch, and which isn't always pleasant for somebody who sits right beside him. So sometimes he gets my hip in it. So I'm like, you need to do squats so you know how to actually sit on the couch without falling into the couch. And I've told him that. So I'm hoping we can get him to do these squats so that then that will be helpful for him later on so he don't fall into the couch anymore. So I'm trying to convince him. Sharon said, Heath, you need to build more core muscles. I'm going to read those to him when he gets back, Sharon. And Keto in the Mist, hey, said, happy Sunday, everyone. How are you? He's doing potty squats, Sharon said. If he doesn't fall onto the toilet, which he's done too. I know some of it is, honestly, his MS. But I think if he, strengthens by doing squats, I think in the end, it'll be better for him. But it's just convincing him to do it. And I told him, I said, I think it'll be inspirational because you're someone who doesn't do squats, and there's a lot of people who are hesitant to do the challenge. And I feel like, and so let me know, I'm not going to call out anyone specifically, but I know there's some of you who are like, oh, I don't want to do the squat challenge because I've never done squats and that seems scary. Don't you feel like if he does it, that'll kind of inspire you more because you'll be like, well, if he's going to try it, then I could try it too, right?
Peer pressure.
Right, y'all?
I got an idea. I got to do one more thing before we sign off.
Oh?
Well, help me spread that out. But they can watch me doing it too. Take just a second.
But Sharon wanted to tell you, well, where is he going? I don't know where he's going.
It would probably be easier with a chainsaw to cut all that stuff up, but I don't own one. So my workaround is I use my Sawzall. But earlier when I was working, I broke the blade. So I figured, well, if we're sitting here, why not go ahead and change the blade now instead of waiting? That way, Tuesday, as soon as I get home from getting my truck worked on,
then people can see what you're doing.
I can just hop right on it.
Well, a couple things. Sharon said, Heath, you need to do the squats that you said you wanted a treadmill, and it will help you build more of your core muscles.
Oh, okay.
And then she said, and then you were doing the potty squats.
Uh-huh.
And Sharon said, sounds like he needs to do chair squats, have a chair behind himself in case he goes too low. See, you could do that. Would that be good?
Yeah, do me a favor, plug that in.
Oh, that's scary.
Well, there's no blade or nothing. I'm just going to bump. I have to move this, and it won't do it unless I got it plugged in. Well, that's the easiest way.
I'm trying to find the hole, y'all. There. I'm not used
Perfect.
to finding
Thank you. Now you unplug it.
Oh, and listen to this. Lisa said, I'll convince Max to do them also.
Well, that'll help me do it. He can do mine for me.
No, you can be there to
inspire each other.
Yeah. And then she said, let's go, Heath.
Like I said, I love peer pressure.
And Sean's here. He said, hello, everyone. Just got back from our camping trip. Everything unpacked and back to normal.
See, that's another thing we're not going to do.
Welcome, Sean. Way to go.
That's awesome. Glad you're able to tune in because we ran late.
Brenda S. is here. She goes, oh, man, what is Heath up to? So tell him again what you're doing.
I do not own a chainsaw, but I have to cut up all of that, the tree limbs. Well, what I have here is called a sawzall. Well, it's a reciprocating saw. The brand name is a sawzall. They're the ones that came up with it. And what it is, hold on, load it. And I even saved a bunch of these that are really worn out. And that's what I'm going to load it on. I have 2 left. And this is actually a jigsaw blade.
Oh, what, you have a jigsaw?
Yeah, I have several.
Oh,
I have almost every saw you can think of. Remember, I used to be a cabinet man. Or I guess I still am one, but so it just has a blade that sticks out, and I can cut it. And this, we always use this, especially when we're calling demolition work, when we're going in there tearing stuff out. That's what I use it for. And you just saw I have 2 blades left, and this is I'm going to come in there at a 10-pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just go through them and then it's really cool. It all comes in this little box, and I just throw it in the case with this. But I just figured, well, if I'm sitting there and I'm talking about all this stuff I was working on, why not show them me doing it? But you see, I don't know if they can tell. Can I get closer? See the tip of it right there?
Yeah.
That goes in and it clamps onto it, and that's where it broke.
And is that usually where it breaks?
Yeah.
So when it breaks, though, do you have to be careful that the saw piece, does it go flying?
It does. It's either in the yard somewhere or it's still in the board.
Oh, that's scary.
Occasionally I'll find them and then we'll just throw it away, throw it in the recycle, or throw it in the trash. And this is what this does. We're just here in a second. When I'm through, that's what I'm gonna do with both of these actually. I ain't gonna do it right now. Show them. This is what I love doing. I'm probably cheating a little bit, but when I empty these cans, because I'm sneaky like that, this goes in the can. I'll roll this up a little tighter and show it in there too. And then I crush these and we turn those cans in and I get more money and this adds more weight to it.
Yeah, that plastic bag.
Well, every little bit helps. Just like that $5 we saved on that other thing, every little bit helps.
I know.
Lisa said, I'm not being cheap, I'm budget conscious.
Lisa said Max has been lifting dumbbells. He wants to look good in a tank top.
That's
Aw.
awesome. Good on him.
That's cute that he's like taking initiative, right?
Yeah. Well, now's the time to start. Don't wait till you're my age.
Right? Sharon said, oh my God, all manuals say to unplug before changing blades.
Well, we did. Well, what it is
it's not plugged in now.
The little gizmo right here where I have to run the Allen wrench into it. I couldn't get to it. It was behind the guard here.
Oh.
So I had to plug it in and I bumped the trigger and moved it and then I unplugged it.
Yeah. So it is unplugged. Sharon said, dude, looks like a metal cutting blade.
Damn it.
Is that a metal cutting blade?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Or they call it a bimetal. What does it actually labeled as?
It just says recip blades.
Okay.
A Hoa Alternativa.
Yeah.
Lame alternative.
It's lame. Dang it! I keep dropping
It
the
says
nut.
6-inch TP. I don't know.
Yeah, well.
I don't know what all these mean. Made in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Check for and avoid cutting into hidden live electrical lines,
Yeah.
gas, and water pipes.
Yeah. What's
Well, I
really
would
cool
hope
about
so.
it too?
Oh, here it is. It says bimetal.
What's really cool too is I can change it and run it this way if I need to.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Sharon said, okay, better. Brenda said, is this home-based open heart surgery tutorial?
Yeah, looking for volunteers.
Yeah, but no, it's not plugged in.
No, I just had it, like I said, I just plugged it in. I bumped the trigger so it would move, and then I unplugged it.
Yeah, okay. Because I was kind of nervous too.
No, I'm just tightening it. It's just better if I do it like this. And what's really cool. Hold on.
So when you use it, do you wear protection at all? Because that's what would scare me is the blade going flying and hit me in the face.
I'll wear eyeglasses and I'll put gloves on because I'm handling all that wood. Because I have always done this. I've always been splinter heavy. I've always attracted splinters, it seems like.
Right, but you don't wear anything else?
That's it. And then I also have this piece here. This one's really cool. I would use it. I don't know if you can even see it. But it plugs in the same way. But the end of this here, we would use it for if I had to break out tile, this goes in the grout line and bust loose all the grout.
Oh.
And I just keep it in here because why not?
I don't know.
But then, yeah, keep the blade in there and just lay it in here. And then I just twist this around and put it in. It's a fine. You have to do it just so. And then technically, this doesn't go in here. It's not made to, but it fits. So why not? I keep it all together.
Wow. All right.
And then it just goes back in the garage. I just figured, if I'm talking about it, if I'm just sitting here anyways, let's be productive. I'm sitting down, so let's go ahead and just do it.
Tweety cute cat. She goes, why? Of course he puts gloves on.
I want to tell you you're number one. Oh, you know what I'm giving her? I'm giving her half a peace sign. But on a positive note, those kind of remarks are encouraged. They're not. We welcome them actually, because that's awesome.
Because of course he does have gloves. Is there ever a time you're not wearing gloves?
Right now?
Yeah, but I mean when you're actually doing something.
Yeah, right now. I'm doing something right now. I'm arguing with my wife again.
Oh my goodness. Brenda said, welcome to tool time. I know, right?
Well, it's like I said, though, I'm already sitting here anyways. It needs to be done because honestly, I was thinking about it. I was going to go over there, go in back in the garage this evening and do that. I was like, wait a minute. Why am I putting it off? I need to do it anyways. But I was also thinking it helps me check and see how many blades I have, and maybe I should go get another set of them. But I think they're like $20 for a 10-pack. Because obviously there's going to be more tree limbs coming down, and I have the rest of that one I cut down. Hopefully I can do it with 2 of those. And what I've done also is I get them down manageable sizes, and I take them into the garage, and I have a chop saw, and I come down to use smaller so that I can put them in the trash cans.
Okay. Well, you probably don't want to do it outside now because it's already in the 90s.
That's another reason why I stopped. I got up this morning, fed the dogs, I cooked my breakfast, and I debated actually whether he's starting on this today or not. I was like, well, it's not raining, so let me go ahead. I don't know if you heard me sneaking in the room earlier.
I thought, and was one of the dogs in the room
Nope.
with me?
Nope.
Because I could have swore I dreamed that one of the dogs was at my feet, and I touched them, and they were kind of like round at me. And I thought it was Delilah laying in the bed with me. Right.
Well,
but
see,
I
that's
guess
the problem
it
with
was
her.
just
I
me
don't remember
dreaming.
last time, though, that she was even getting in the bed. He can get in the bed easily, but she has trouble getting into our bed.
I know. Poor baby.
But, so, yeah, I just ran there. Because that's the other thing I did, too, because I usually just wear shorts around the house. But the few times I did go
if
pick
he's
up...
not pork and pig it is.
Whatever. The couple of pieces I did pick up the other day, I scratched my legs with it. I didn't really hurt myself, but it was annoying. So I went and put pants
Bye,
on.
Sharon.
I put pants on. I have jeans on, and I put some better shoes on so I can run back and forth. And like I said, of course, I put my gloves on, my work gloves. I have a certain pair I only use when I'm outside working.
Sharon said, okay, have to run. Have fun for the day. And Heath, you're going to squat with us.
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Well, we'll say bye as well. Because we
got stuff to do.
Yeah, we got stuff to do. We got to edit that video.
I want to hurry and get it done before coffee talk too.
Right. Coffee talk at 5 p.m. Central.
And then we have to argue about what show we're going to watch next.
And we have to argue about what we're having for dinner.
No, we already decided. You're making the chicken, remember?
Yeah, I'm going to do kind of a take on chicken parm tonight, y'all. I'm going to make a little short on it too.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for attending. We've had a fun time this afternoon. I hope you did too. And we will see you again on Friday.
Yes.
Because don't forget,
every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast. We'll cook up an entree, make up little snacks, show y'all how we do it. Then we spend our evening just chewing and fat with all of our friends on the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all so much.
Oh, Sean, I'm going to read this last comment. Sean said he got a 6-pack of 24V power tools.
Oh.
I got a reciprocating saw, a circular saw, jigsaw, and a flashlight, all for $200.
Oh, that's the thing, too. I have another one of these cordless for my Ryobi. What I really love about the Ryobi, all of their batteries are universal.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those cordless companies, you can only use them for certain tools. Or you can't mix and match their tools. But with Ryobi,
that sounds like everything. A good deal.
Yeah, that's a really good deal for him. Yeah.
All right. Bye, y'all.
I could do that too.